Pickens Stadium, Stillwater, Oklahoma, and home to the Cowboys of Oklahoma State. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Oklahoma State Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Through the back of the end zone, it'll be a touchback. Handoff from the shotgun. Running to Green. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Might as well give it to him again. Powers through the defender. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. While the Big Ten has expanded with this massive continent-wide geographical footprint, the Big 12 has been really shrewd in positioning and maneuvering for survival, and they look for opportunities to win on the field like they'll have today.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's kind of taking what the Big Ten wants and expanding and not really worried about anybody else. So if I'm the Big 12, I'm like, yeah, you ain't worried about me, but you're going to worry about me today and on the field, and I can make a statement and prove to some of the true blue bloods in the Big Ten.
I just love the stylistic matchup in this one too, right? You think about the Big Ten running the football, defense, physical, and then Big 12 wide open, up-tempo, air raid offense. This one's going to be fun.
The Cowboys come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Snagged in the middle, it's Johnson. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Second down coming up. Wants to go up top. The throw to the outside is complete. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
And man coverage, when they get up in your face and they make things hard, you want to be able to attack the whole field and get them leaning one direction and then break outside like you did there. Nice out route connection, nice chemistry between quarterback and wide receiver.
Got it! They will score! Touchdown, Cowboys! That is what we call in the industry a defensive breakdown. That guy was loose for the big play.
Busted coverage, really bad execution. Somebody slips, somebody falls. Nothing about that defensively is something we're looking for, but the offense will take it and get the easy touchdown.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This is what we expect. expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. Bringing the heat. He turns it loose to the left. Makes a grab on the shot. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in the offense?
I love when QBs break the pocket and still look to attack. Because as soon as you break the pocket, I'm thinking, oh, man, he's going to take off and run, and I might come up. But those big plays can be made down the field. Nice job by the quarterback keeping his eyes down the field.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. His legs, it's flagging.
And you want to run the football. I mean, that's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. 2nd down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. He'll throw it down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
I mean, you can say that's a quarterback or you can call him a running back. I mean, goodness gracious, he's dropping back to throw the football. But when he sees a hole, his eyes get big and he just explodes through it. Everybody's trying to catch him, trying to get to him, just chewing up yards so easy.
Looking to pass, it's Russell. Max looking for the goal line. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play.
And find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
So the officials take a closer look and the replay booth will overturn the call. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Direct snap. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown tie.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
And he tacks on the extra point. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll try the run. Can't get him to the ground. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive. Stick your foot in the ground. Pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To the air, it's Carpenter. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. drive. Ball at the 30. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires left. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Got some room to run. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Motion from the back. From the gun, running back on the move. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. DB's right up on the receivers. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Set up to throw. And that's not the way they drew it up. It's incomplete.
Man, they just couldn't find a hole. Down in the red zone, the field shrinks. So much harder to complete those passes. At 4th and short. Now, decision time.
Here comes the field goal unit as they'll try to take the 3. It's good. And with that, they've taken the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. South Carolina was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Gamehawks performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Steps away to find some room. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8-ball right now on this drive. Sack 1st down. You've just thrown an incompletion. So 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
Throws for the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. This drive comes from their own 41. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. The evolution of the Alabama offense has always been built around what does the quarterback do best, and this guy's doing a lot of things well.
And we've seen some sensational ones. And to your point, I like that. Jalen Hurts, really good runner. They built it around his feet. You know, Bryce Young, really good passer. Tua Tagovailoa, really good passer. More about the passing game, explosive passing plays. So they'll do whatever it takes to win.
They finally get him on the ground, and what a way for this offense to wrap up the 1st quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break, and we've reached the end of 1. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. He
nice to have an offense that can strike immediately. They can put fear in defenses, make big plays, and you see it, man. They can add to the lead. They can build a lead quickly because they have this ability to put points on the board quickly.
The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. Oklahoma State has it back and the offense is on the field. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Jackson. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm. I need a spin move. I need something.
Turning it on! Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. You count up those explosive plays in the game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
And the Cowboys, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They're going to ride this running back. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Cowboys can really attack on this second and short. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, Cowboys! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 35-yard pass for 6. Set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Alabama offense. Basically everything they've tried has worked, scoring a couple touchdowns and a field goal on their first 3 possessions. Dropping back, it's Russell. Working that left side now. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
They'll leave it with him. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. He makes the catch. Offense on the move. A big play there. Gets it to the 30. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we can just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time, elite playmaker on the outside.
Trying to get the corner. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Boy, it was like the defender heard the play call. He was ready for that one.
And one of the things is diagnose and go get it. They saw it and they went and got it. They were not letting that ball go to the wide side of the field.
Going for it all. Touchdown,
of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make the play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Moves around to clear up the vision. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be third down.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
The kick is on its way.
These punt returners want to make big plays, but man, oh man, did he make a big mistake. Flipping the field position, defense flying in on him, and he did not secure the football in that play.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. To the air on first down. Unleashes it. Finds a man on the left. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain.
When you're throwing these comeback routes, man, the timing has got to be so good between the two of them because you know the ball is going to be in the air a long time. You can't throw it late. It's going to get picked. That time, really nice job getting it out early, and the receiver doing a nice job on his route so that the ball was right on him as soon as he turned around.
Wants to go up top on first down. He's going to let it go. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Makes another momentum-building play. His second interception in the first half. He can feel where the football's going. Got a good beat on this offense and making plays early and often for his club.
Looking for space. It's Riley. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree with Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Caught over the middle. It's Turner. Oh, he's got some space. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. formation move the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Wants to throw on first down. Here's a heat. He's got an open man. Smashes ahead. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
Fires to the right. He's got it. Touchdown, Bama! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Fox. He smashes his way through again. Speeding down the left side. At the 20. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
And the Cowboys are threatening in the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Johnson. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Give to the running back. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. Signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. And the field goal unit is on the field. The official says no good, and the deficit will stay at 3 scores.
And that's frustrating. I mean, you put a drive together, you're in scoring zone. Like, this is a green zone. You should be making all of these kicks, these short field goals, the chip shots. Kickers have to come through. They got to do their job.
He uncorks one deep. Makes the catch down the right side.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
Back to throw, it's Russell. Under fire. He breaks some tackle. Brought down at the 31. It is a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air on first down. Rushes on him. A strike downfield. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
Well, it's a nice job by the receiver getting out of bounds to save some clock. You're probably out of field goal range, so you're thinking Hail Mary here at the end of the first half.
Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Smashes in between the uprights. And that will extend their lead even further. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
That's reeled in. It's Meadows. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets him down to the 48.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
On the run, it's Riley. He fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The Crimson Tide a few inches away from converting on third down. Calls his own number. Blows loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
As a defender, you love the big hits. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? Get the big hit and force the fumble.
Oklahoma State has it back, and the offense is on the field. A bit frustrating to miss that short field goal the last time. There he goes! Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run. The OC is going to give him the ball some more.
They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Line gets set, first down. They'll go to the air. Skips away from pressure. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Second down, they'll go to the air. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense, ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That fumble in bust territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
It's Russell. Fakes the catch. Breaks into the open. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Fake on first down. Gonna take a shot. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And his QB's put up a lot of numbers today and had a lot of success, but man, he makes his first mistake. And this defense, they finally capitalize. They get the big turnover and stop.
Yeah, they needed something to go their way finally against the pass, and they get it right there. Now, if you're this quarterback, you got to turn the page quickly. Obviously, they're not going to stop throwing the football. They've had tons of success with this game tonight so far. He's going to be able to have to bounce back from that interception.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Wants to go up top on first down. Fires to the big fella. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can spell the touchdown from here. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11. Quarterback may change this route. He'll try the left side. He's brought down, just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up 2nd and inches.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll go right back to the run. And it is a good idea to gang tackle. First guy couldn't get him, second guy finally did.
And now a big 3rd down coming up. Down multiple possessions. This is one, Palmer, I'm looking for 6. I'm not trying to kick a field goal. I want to cut into this lead with a touchdown.
No, you got to have it. And also, considering all of that, this is 4-down territory too. So you need to identify who are your best players on offense and how can you give them a chance to score this touchdown.
1st and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. Trying to blow his way in. Touchdown, Oklahoma State. And they take it in for 6 more points. This is like a baseball pitcher that can't miss. He is just pounding the strike zone.
Well, it just gets in the zone, right? When you can't miss, you've seen quarterbacks get like that no matter what they do. They're on fire. They're hitting the receivers. And listen, that's also on the defense. The defense has to do a better job making him feel uncomfortable, changing what they're doing in coverage so he's a little bit confused. You can't just let him pick you apart.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Getting the field, it's Russell. Oh, they're after him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Blasted as he lets it go. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback standing up.
They'll open this drive from their own 42-yard line. Jackson. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
The Cowboys can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quickly complete. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
From the 30-yard line on first down. Wants to throw on first down. He's got the back in the middle. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Final minute now of the third quarter. Making side adjustments here. Trying the left side. Runs through the tackle. And he moved it slightly forward. Defense played it well.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these third downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on second down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up third and long, and now you're set up to fail.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. They spun that wheel of fortune on fourth down and come up bankrupt. First play of the drive comes from the 22. They're going to run it to the right. And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the third quarter. These two quarterbacks have produced as we check out their numbers after three. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to throw, it's Russell. Catch in the middle, it's Turner. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. He just keeps piling up completion in this standout performance.
I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short. From the gun, the running back looking for room. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure right now on this down if you're on offense because your last two plays have gone nowhere. You know the defense just needs to get the football back to give their team an opportunity to go win the game, so you're probably going to have to throw to get this first down. A lot of pressure.
Turning it on! Touchdown Tide! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
This QB just has such a feel. He's so good with these allows the holes to develop, puts his foot in the ground, and in the open field, he's as dangerous as any ball carrier in the country.
And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Oklahoma State hoping to get the Pistols firing on offense. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive.
Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it down the left side. He's loose. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And the defense making a play, getting a hand on that pass.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Throws to the tight end. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They had the big play to start the drive, but a couple of misfires now leaves us with 3rd and 10. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Looking to throw again. Got it in the middle, it's Fox. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oklahoma State.
This guy is officially a problem. His 2nd receiving touchdown in the game. Nice job by the offense, dude. If I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop.
And the extra point splits the upright. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
And we'll have a shakeup in the MAC standings this week. Check this out. Mississippi State was anything but dominant, but the Bulldogs are going to leave this stadium today winners. A lot to work on, no question, but they avoid one in the L-Con. One game, I know, fellas, but this could be one to circle when we consider the big picture there in the MAC.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Dropping back, it's Russell. Makes the catch, it's Meadows. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. It's probably pretty comforting for this offensive coordinator to know as soon as the game's kicked off, I can pretty much pencil in a 100-yard receiving day for this dude.
And I want to be the quarterback. I mean, that guy, it's always open, man, zone. I know I'm looking his way because he's going to catch the football. He's going to make big plays for me. So, yeah, I'm not surprised they can continue to highlight this guy in the passing.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound. No matter who gets the football, we're going to run to the football hard. We're going to cage the football, be disciplined. Nice job by the defense.
Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on second down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Makes the grab on the left. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
How about this offense, man? You got to love it. Late in the fourth quarter, you have the lead. They don't get conservative. Staying balanced. Run. Back it up with a pass. Getting the first down. A few more first downs, and you can walk out of here with a W.
Comes to the line with 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Caught behind the line. It's Turner. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It'll be a delay of game. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. It is deafening in here. The panel people going to work. Third down and a big one for the Cowpokes. Looking downfield, it's Russell. He tries to take the top off. And it's hauled in at the 10. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. He's been so locked in, it seems like any pass called is a guaranteed chunk play.
Yeah, and winning late like this in the ball game, keep trusting him, keep spinning. You know why? Because stats matter late in the game. You want some postseason awards? Keep chucking it, keep getting those stats.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. great chance to put this game away with a score here on 1st and goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Quarterback keeper. Touchdown, Crimson Tide! And they take it in for 6 more points. With that, the lead nice and comfortable, and they're cruising toward a 4-0 start.
With that last touchdown, looks like they're going to start this season 4-0, and you've got to be impressed with what you've seen so far from this team. We knew coming in on paper this team had a chance this season, but until the lights go on, until you actually go out and do it for real, you can't believe just how good they are. They've shown now, starting 4-0 on the year, this is a team that's going to contend for a national championship.
Ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wants to change this route. Looking downfield on 1st down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Fox. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And man, this quarterback has had a day. With that pass, he goes over 300 yards on the day. Really nice job executing, putting up some yards today. Pretty good day for the young man.
Just tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Bears the pressure. They get to him as he throws.
We love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the backs.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
At this point of the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. And it's his 4th interception of the game. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Alabama! They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
How about that, man? 4th down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get spark, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick. Not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This one to start the drive from their own 22. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Snapped it in the shotgun. Grabbed over the middle. It's Fox. Couple of guys there to get him on the ground. And the Cowboys will hustle to the line. Back to pass on 2nd down. Under fire. And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Gonna take a shot. He's got it at the 30. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Back, it's Russell. Buying some time. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. Here we go. Final play of the game right here. To the air on second down. Here comes the heat. Ball's incomplete, and that'll do it from here. After the stumble earlier this year, a lot of people wrote this team off. People might be searching for spots on the bandwagon again now.
Yeah, give this coaching staff a lot of credit too, Reese, because they made a few tweaks and adjustments schematically to their personnel as well, and they've really now seemed to find a nice rhythm.
And it's hard to find that early in the season, but the good teams figure out who they are, what they do well, and you can tell they're starting to get in a groove, figure out who does what well, and maximize that and accentuate that.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.